Imagine a country so rich that it once commanded a staggering 27% of the world's economy, more than all of Europe combined. Now imagine that same country reduced to a shadow of its former self, its wealth drained and its people impoverished. How does that happen? Well, let me introduce you to the greatest crime in history. According to American scholar Will Durant, the British colonization of India. And if you think colonialism is just an old chapter in the history books, think again. India is now the world's fifth largest economy and is set to become the third largest by 2027. This incredible comeback story is a testament to the resilience of its people. But first, let's dive into how the British almost destroyed this ancient civilization. In 1700, India was the world's economic powerhouse, boasting 27% of the global GDP. Fast forward 250 years, and that number had plummeted to less than 3%. What happened? To understand, we need to go back to the 18th century, when India was still reeling from the collapse of the Mughal Empire. When the British East India Company arrived, they were not just traders. They were colonizers with a mission. They bribed, battled, and betrayed their way into power, exploiting the internal conflicts of Indian states. Unlike other invaders, the British were not content with simply looting and leaving. No, they stayed and bled the country dry. Take the textile industry, for instance. India was a global leader in textiles, responsible for 25% of the world's textile trade. The British, threatened by the superior quality of Indian goods, systematically dismantled this industry. They established a legal monopoly, cut off Indian exports, and imposed an 80% tariff on Indian textiles. They even went as far as breaking the looms and thumbs of weavers to ensure the industry would never recover. But textiles were just the beginning. India's shipbuilding, metalworking, and other industries were similarly destroyed. The once thriving economy was reduced to being a mere exporter of raw materials like cotton and iron ore, which the British used to fuel their own industrial revolution. They then sold these finished goods back to Indians at inflated prices, draining the country of its wealth. And it didn't stop at economic exploitation. The British imposed draconian taxes on Indian farmers, sometimes taking up to 80% of their income before they even harvested their crops. This led to widespread poverty and catastrophic famines, resulting in millions of preventable deaths. One of the darkest chapters in this tragic saga was the Jallianwala Bagh massacre in 1919. Thousands of unarmed Indians gathered in Amritsar to peacefully protest against oppressive colonial laws. British troops, under General Dyer, opened fire without warning, killing hundreds and injuring thousands more. The massacre sent shockwaves across the world, exposing the brutal reality of British rule. Fast forward to 1947, when India finally gained its independence. But the damage had been done. The country was left fractured, impoverished, and struggling to rebuild. Yet, despite this, India has risen from the ashes. Today, after 77 years of independence, it is not only the world's fifth largest economy, but is also set to become the third largest by 2027, showcasing a resilience that colonial rule could never break. The British may have left India in 1947, but the scars of their rule still linger. And while some may argue that colonialism brought development to India, the reality is that any benefits came at an unimaginable human cost. As India continues its journey towards reclaiming its place on the global stage, it serves as a powerful reminder: you can rob a people of their wealth, but you can never crush their spirit. So, what do you think? Is this the real legacy of the British Empire? If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're curious to learn more, check out our previous video, Is Cultural Genocide the Real Legacy of the British Empire?, for a deeper dive into this dark history. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more thought-provoking content.